Relative clauses. Relative clauses are also called adjective clauses because they do the work of adjectives. They usually follow the noun they qualify. They are introduced by relative pronouns such as who, which, whom, where, why, etc. Example: this is the room where I study. These are the people whom you can trust. I met the player who was declared the man of the match. The house, which I was allotted last year, has developed cracks. The clauses in both letters are relative clauses. There are two types of relative clauses: restrictive or defining clauses, non-restrictive or non-defining clauses. Restrictive clauses identify the noun that they talk about. They tell us who or what is being talked about. Examples: I met the people who have moved into the next flat. The film that we saw yesterday was too long and boring. Without the relative clauses, we would not know which people or which film the speaker was talking about. Non-restrictive clauses describe a noun or give some other additional information about it, but they do not identify the noun. The reader or listener already knows which person or thing is referred to. Examples: holidays start on 1 October, which happens to be my birthday. My classmate Vani, who is also my neighbor, is the best singer in the school. A restrictive clause is an essential part of a subject or object. Examples: the driver of the truck that hit our car was very apologetic. A non-restrictive clause gives us additional, non-essential information. Examples: the writer Rudyard Kipling, who was born in India, won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1907. Almonds are rich in phosphorus, which is good for the bones and the teeth. In speech, we would pause before and after the clause. When we write, we put commas around it. Examples: look at these two sentences. The comma makes their meanings different. Restrictive: the teacher scolded the boys who had come late. Who did she scold? Those who were late. Non-restrictive: the teacher scolded the boys who had come late. Who did she scold? All the boys. According to the second sentence, all the boys were late and all were scolded. Here is another example of restrictive and non-restrictive clauses. Restrictive: the sweets that Runu's mother made are delicious. Runu's mother made some of the sweets, those are delicious. Non-restrictive: the sweets which Runu's mother made are delicious. The sweets are delicious, Runu's mother made them. Note these additional points about relative pronouns. That is used for restrictive clauses only. We cannot use that for non-restrictive clauses. Which. We can use which in both restrictive and non-restrictive clauses. However, that is preferred over which in restrictive clauses. Who, whom. Who and whom can be used in both restrictive and non-restrictive clauses. Omitting relative pronouns. We can omit relative pronouns when they are in restrictive clauses and are used as objects within the clauses. The boy whom the principal praised is Raghav. The boy the principal praised is Raghav. Are these the shoes that you bought yesterday? Are these the shoes you bought yesterday? We do not drop relative pronouns used as subjects in the clause or those that are in the possessive case. We can omit relative pronouns after a preposition by moving the preposition to the end of the clause. The room in which I study is being painted. The room I study is being painted. We cannot omit relative pronouns from non-restrictive clauses. When the non-restrictive clause has a linking verb and a noun complement, we may be able to reword the sentence. My sister, who is a surgeon, is on duty most nights. My sister, a surgeon, is on duty most nights. Positioning relative clauses. The placement of relative clauses is important. Otherwise, the meaning of the sentence can change or the sentence can become meaningless. Examples: the girl was bitten by a snake who was sitting on the wall. The snake was sitting on the wall. The girl who was sitting on the wall was bitten by a snake. The girl was sitting on the wall. Incorrect placement of clauses can result in some funny sentences. Examples: I know a man who has a wooden leg named Peter. The leg is named Peter. I know a man named Peter who has a wooden leg.